Hey, I'm proud to announce you can now pre-order my book Unlearn and win a chance to hang out with me and get some bonus chapters. Go to humblethepoet.com/unlearn.
I got 10 years to fill a stadium, but only 2 minutes to fill your cranium. Humble the Poet, signing in.
I think forgiveness isn't something that you're simply saying, hey, what you did to me is okay now. I think forgiveness is, hey, I'm not going to forget what you did to me, but I don't want to hold on to it anymore and carry it with me to my future. We should be forgiving other people, not specifically to make them feel better, but because the grudges that we're holding is weighing us down in life, and we're better off not carrying that stuff. So I think it's important to forgive others for that reason. I think it's also important to show forgiveness towards others because we're going to find ourselves in a position where we're going to need forgiveness. And if we're not capable of forgiving others, then it's going to be very difficult for us to hope, wish, or expect other people to forgive us. And also, you don't have to tell somebody you forgive them. You know, there are people who have done me wrong or have caused me pain, and I've forgiven them, but I haven't called them or texted them or became their friend again. I just forgive them within myself. I'm just like, all right, this person is forgiven. I don't want to hold on to this no more. Good luck to them. I don't want to think about them no more. They're over there. Otherwise, you're just holding the grudge, and holding the grudge is only causing you damage.
Is there any of those people that you would be friends with again?
Well, for me specifically, just because of the life I live and the amount of people I'm already interacting with on a daily basis, I have very high standards of the type of people I spend my time with. So even though a lot of these people aren't horrible or evil, and I have forgiven them, in many cases I also understand why they might have made the mistakes or choices that they made that caused me pain. I'm not really going out of my way to reignite a friendship. And it's not a, you mess with me once and it's over type situation. I think it's when I recognize a pattern of behavior in somebody. And again, it doesn't make them bad. That just means we got bad chemistry, we have bad circumstances, but life's too short to continually try to make it work with people if it's not going to work.
When do you think it is that you look at someone and think about your situation with them and then you realize that you've actually forgiven them?
I think sometimes you got to find yourself in their shoes. And one of the earlier videos we talked about cheating, it's like, I don't forgive nobody for cheating on me until I became a cheater. And you're like, oh, I can understand how this is not so black and white anymore. And so I think that's one way that people really start to realize that, hey, I should forgive others if I'm ever going to expect to be forgiven for this same stuff. I think for me, it's the second that I see the grudge is just weighing me down. If I don't like a certain person, holding all that animosity does nothing to them. They say holding a grudge is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. I think about that a lot, so I usually try to let things slide off of me as quickly as possible.
How do you go about forgiving somebody that isn't sorry?
I don't think somebody has to be sorry for you to forgive them. I think sometimes people are only sorry because they got caught, or they're only sorry because they need to feel forgiven, and they're only sorry because they feel guilty, but they may not be sorry because they wish it didn't happen. If you're waiting for someone to be sorry, good luck. I think you should forgive them outside of that and despite that.
Kind of going off that, do you think there's anything that's actually unforgivable?
I don't think it's my job to tell people what they can and can't forgive. I hope there isn't anything that is unforgivable because my story is still being written, and then the last thing I want to do is that thing to mess people up. And I think most of the people even that did me wrong, very few of them were kind of sitting there rubbing their hands together being like, how can I hurt this person? I think what happens is situations get out of hand, people make poor choices, people don't know how to handle things, communication breaks down, and then bad shit ends up happening.
Do you think holding on to grudges is a form of self-pity?
Holding on to a grudge is definitely a form of self-pity because, again, it allows you to make a connection with yourself and say, well, look, I don't want people to forget what happened to me. I don't want to forget what happened to me. I want to feel bad for it happening to me, kind of having a little bit of a victim mentality. Bad things happen to me all the time, and I'm not over them in the snap of a finger. I give myself time to be petty, and then I try my best to move on quickly. Holding a grudge means you're carrying it far beyond. Because of that, you have to really understand that you're the only person carrying it at this point. And you really have to ask yourself, what good does carrying all this resentment and regret, what good is any of this doing to you? Even if you hate the other person, how is this doing them any damage? It's not. Be very mindful of that.
Do you think it's harder for people to forgive themselves or to forgive others?
I think it's probably harder to forgive yourself because you don't have that necessary, I guess, tact and politeness. You know, we can be very mean to ourselves and mimic the meanest moments we've ever experienced from other people. As we said, like, those voices can get tattooed into our brains.
What does your process of forgiving yourself look like?
It's probably when I do something dumb. So let's say something small, like, you know, I hop in the car and I drive to the mall because I have to go pick up some stuff. And then I get to the mall, I'm in the parking lot, and then as soon as I walk into the mall, I realize I don't have my wallet. Then you have an internal dialogue like, oh, you dumbass, like, you forgot your wallet. And you get mean to yourself. I have this moment where I was like, what good is this? What good is punking myself off going to do? And then being like, all right, cool. We messed up. What do we have to do in the future to make sure we don't mess up? Why did we mess up? And it's usually because, oh, last night you got home late and you didn't put your stuff where you needed to put it. Or you own too many goddamn jackets and your wallet was in another jacket. And then I think just going through that process makes it a little bit better and be like, look, it's going to be, this is okay. We're going to let this slide because it's not going to happen again. It's the same process as when I know I mess up. If I know I messed up, I will apologize and then I will offer another gesture to show that I'm sorry. Just something to say, look, I'm sorry. I'm not only telling you I'm sorry, I'm showing you I'm sorry. So I think the same process has to be done with myself. I have to say sorry to myself, but as well as I have to show myself. The best way to apologize to anybody is to change your behavior. You don't just do something to somebody, say you're sorry, and then do it again and then keep saying you're sorry. If you were really sorry, it wouldn't continually happen. And that's the same process when forgiving yourself. Making that extra step and gesture means that you're showing somebody that you actually are remorseful for what you did instead of just saying it for the sake of saying it. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. As well, my book now is available, Unlearn. You can pre-order it now at humblethepoet.com/unlearn. Please share this video with people that you care about and people that you don't. Much love.